I'm sorry to stare, Mr. Wheeler. You remind me so much of my husband. And your face is different, but your eyes and your voice, they seem so similar to his.
If I could only admit that I'm your husband, Martin. God help me. Maybe I should.
Wheeler, you know, I felt the same way when I first met Mrs. Wheeler. I thought she was my mother, Catherine, come back from the dead, but of course that's not possible.
Right. Sheridan felt the same way with Mrs. Wheeler. Obviously, Mr. Wheeler isn't Papa.
My head agrees with you, Mijo. But my heart...
Pilar. Luis, I have to tell you something. It's time for you to know. Oh my God. That's my gun. Damn, Catherine took it.
Father!
Mrs. Wheeler.
Mijo.
Hey, don't touch the gun. Anyone. I'll call 911.
Father and Mrs. Wheeler, you're dead.
No!
This is Luis Lopez Fitzgerald. We need an ambulance over at the Crane Mansion ASAP. There've been gunshots. We have 2 people.
Oh my God, she's alive.
Oh, thank goodness.
Is she wounded?
I don't think so.
Wait a minute. And all this blood. Oh my God, it's my father's. My father's dead.
Oh my God.
Alistair?
What happened here? Who shot Alistair?
No, we heard a gunshot from the living room. We came to see what happened and found my wife and Mr. Crane on the floor.
Well, who are you?
They're the Wheelers. They're friends of the family from Mexico.
It's like Mr. Wheeler said. We were all in the living room and we heard a gunshot and we came to investigate.
His vitals are weak.
I'm getting weaker, I hope.
I'm Dr. Russell. This man has a bullet wound to the chest. He's lost a lot of blood. We're gonna have to do emergency surgery if we're gonna keep him from losing any more.
We'll transport him to the hospital right away.
No, we don't have time for that. We've got to remove the bullet and stop it from hemorrhaging ourselves. Here.
What?
Could you get me a surgical field kit and a gurney that will be stable enough to do surgery on?
All right, now, Catherine, tell me what happened. We need to make up a plausible cover story to tell the police.
Well, I'd come to Alistair to kill him, which is when you found us together earlier.
I knew it. You were lying before about wanting to go back to him.
Of course I was lying. I'd never choose to be with Alistair over you, Martin. And the only reason that I said that I would go back to him and be his wife is because I thought it was the only way to save our children. But then he said that he was going to kill Luis anyway, and I was not going to let him do that. You had already lost Antonio because of Alistair. I was not going to let him kill Luis, too. So I told him the deal was off. He mocked me for standing up to him. He didn't believe me. He didn't take me seriously. So I pulled the gun and we struggled. I pulled the trigger and I shot him.
Okay. Now listen to me. You can't admit to pulling the trigger. If Alistair dies, you could go to prison for murder.
I wonder how Father got shot.
I think that's what Sam's about to find out.
All right, listen. Here's what you say. You say that Alistair tried to rape you at gunpoint. You fought back, and the gun accidentally went off. Okay?
Mrs. Wheeler, I need to talk to you a little bit about what happened in the library.
Of course, Chief Bennett.
How did Alistair end up being shot? Look, I don't want to alarm you, Mrs. Wheeler. But if Alistair dies as a result of his wounds, and depending on the circumstances of the shooting, this could become a murder investigation.
It's not necessary to investigate anything, Chief Bennett. I can tell you exactly what happened. I shot Alistair Crane.
Accidentally?
No. I shot Alistair with every intention of killing him.
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You admit to deliberately shooting Alistair?
I do, Chief Bennett. I just wish that I'd aimed better. I would have saved Dr. Russell from going to all this trouble.
Excuse me, Chief Bennett, sir. Could I please have a few moments alone with my wife?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. Catherine, what are you doing? If Alistair dies, you'll be arrested for murder. You could go to prison for the rest of your life, sweetheart. You could get the death penalty.
I don't care, Martin, anymore. I did what I had to do to protect Luis. And you, Martin, your family, my children, all the people we love so much. I meant what I said to Chief Bennett. If I had the chance to shoot Alistair again, I would shoot to kill. Alistair is a monster.